Legacy. Dr. Legacy is, of course, everyone knows me by Jaworski McDowell, Elder Jaworski McDowell, the preacher, the singer, songwriter. People know me by that. But Dr. Legacy is my pen name. And that pen name came, to be very honest with you, I did not want a pen name. Did not want a pen name. I wanted to use my name. I wanted to build this McDowell legacy, if you will. And I remember telling my my consultant that, and she was saying, I believe that what you're doing is going to reach the world. And I said, but I want to build my legacy on the McDowell name. She said, that's it. That's the name. I said, what? She said, legacy. She said, how about Dr. Legacy? And so that's how Dr. Legacy came about. So it is my pen name to separate the business from the personal. So as a writer, I am known by pen name, Dr. Legacy. Dr. Legacy is the writer. He is a deep thinker. He studies. Dr. Legacy is a scholar. What is evolve? Evolve is the simple thing, changing gradually to a more complex thing. And in that simply means that which was bendable, that which was more limp, if you will, has gained stamina, has gained strength, and has become more stronger, has become greater, unchangeably movable. That is my definition of evolve. Studying Charles Darwin, who is the founder of the theory of evolution, I did a study on him. And as I began to study how he left England, he went on a voyage, and he went to South America, and he went on this voyage. He believed that God created it and stepped back and didn't involve himself in change, which I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I do believe that everything that God created, he created to change. And change just means growth. And growth means life. And so any living thing, anything that has movement, anything that has breath, has the ability to evolve. So evolution is God moving and making that which was simple into something more complex and greater. I wrote this book, I never forget, I was on my way home from Texas. I headed back in here to Georgia, and the Spirit of the Lord spoke to me and said, now's the time. Go forward, write the book. I never thought that I would write a book at this time and this point in my life. I thought maybe I'd be writing my book when I was in my late 40s, early 50s. Because I felt like, that's what I go through. That's when it all happens for everybody, And I never thought that I would write a book at this point in this stage of my life, but God said now. And so I stepped out. I stepped out on that now, and I wrote this book to inspire others. I wrote this book, I dedicated this book to those that struggle with mental illness and those that have been left alone and deal with depression. I dedicated this book to them. In the beginning of the book, I share about my life. In each chapter of the book, there's a piece of me, there's a piece of my life. I leave testimonies because I don't ever want people to feel alone. I shared in the first chapter about me being molested. When I was a teenager, by a very close relative. And I know that there are people out there that's going through that. And they're hurting, and they're broken, and they went through that thing that I went through with, and they're facing it. And I wrote it for them. I wrote it for every child that's been molested. I wrote it for every adult that has been confused and been abused and been rejected. I wrote it for every person that's been put on the back burner. I wrote it for every person that feels stuck. that feel like life is not working for them, that feel like God has walked out because people have walked out. I wrote it for every person that feels alone and feel like that there is no hope, feel like you've been rejected all your life. I wrote that book for them. I didn't write this for me. Wow, who inspires me? Well, a lot of people that inspire me are not famous people. They're not the people that, now there are some famous people that inspire me. When I wrote this book, I studied James Baldwin, who's a great writer and poet. I studied Maya Angelou, great writer. I even studied Tupac. Yes, the preacher, Toni Morrison. Oh my God, yeah, she really inspires me. But the people that most inspire me are not people that are famous, not even household names. People like my grandmother, Pastor Lucy Weems. She inspires me. She inspired me. She introduced me to Jesus, not just church. She introduced me to Jesus, to God. And then she introduced me to church too. She was a pastor. My grandparents inspired me. Pastor Morris Thomas, he ordained me when I was just 17 years old, and he saw this light in me. Bishop Donovan Miller, he inspired me a lot. Bishop Joel Trout, my bishop, he just instilled in me the apostolic doctrine and faith. Pastor John Hanna inspired me. So yeah, these are the people that have inspired me, but it all started in a little old church down in Forsyth, Georgia. My grandparents pastored. So that's where my biggest inspiration came from. What's next? What's next is, it is my prayer that this book will reach the world and encourage every person in every language, in every city, every country, every nation. It is my prayer that God will take what happened to me, that thing that was meant to poison me, that it become medicine to those that hear it, and that their lives are changed. That is my prayer. What's next for me is that I keep moving on and living the life that I know to live for God, and to be an example to my children and to those that look up to me and to those that follow me. It is my prayer that my life become a legacy, that I don't leave this world empty. I don't leave this world not knowing that I was here, but they're gonna know I was here. This book will tell it all and say, hey, Dr. Legacy was here. Jaworski McDowells existed. So what's next for me? Maybe another book, another sermon, many more songs. But if not, I do believe that this book has left behind a great footprint.
The devil been riding your back. Walk around. The devil been riding your back. There's a monkey that's been on your back. You've been trying to get loose. Been trying to live up. Trying to get to the next level. Trying. You done prayed. You done cried. The devil got a hold of you. You've been wanting to level up. Pastor, I hear you, but I can't level up. But this is your hour. The enemy will have to turn you loose. The enemy put it down. Will have to get off your back. And this time, when you get off your back, this time.
Life happens to us all. We often find ourselves in difficult situations that lead us down mystifying roads and that we never thought we would take. But the truth of the matter is that we serve a God, that there is a God that can change your life for the better. And we all get to that place where we get stuck. But I do believe that the answer for being unstuck is in this book. I wrote this book for every person that feels like they're stuck, every person that feels like they can't make it through. Notice what the word of God said. David said, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. That's evolution right there. Going through and coming out on the other side of the light, on the other side of darkness. So go get the book. This book will change your life. It is available on Amazon. It is also available at Author House website. So you can type in www.authorhouse.com and type in Dr. Legacy Evolve, Overcoming the Pain and Failures of Your Past. Go get this book. It will change your life. When you get it, read it. Because I know some of us, we don't like to read, but I do believe that if you read this book, it's going to change your life. It's full of scriptures. It's full of the word of God. It's not just me talking, but I do believe that it's God talking through me to helping your life to change. Evolve, overcoming the pain and failures of your past.